Welcome back to Jit Geek. Welcome to our Loki Season 2 Episode 3 review. I thought it was a really strong episode. Not as good as Episode 1, but definitely better than Episode 2.
Nice.
It explained a lot more, and it opened up a lot more doors, more questions. The big standout for me was the Jonathan Majors acting. He's trying to portray a completely different acting style in any different Kang that they put to screen. And hats off to the guy, because that's impressive.
This is a very, very good episode. Very good. For me, it was really good. I didn't find it boring. I didn't find it any filler. I was impressed from the moment that Major stepped on the screen. And it didn't disappoint. It was Kang all the way through the entire episode. Yes! I noticed that underneath it said the sacred timeline. And I was like, right, okay, I didn't really think too much of it.
I noticed this in the previous episode where and it said branched timeline.
Branched timeline.
Yeah.
And they did that, but that was the sacred timeline when they first went back to Victor as a child, and they slipped the TVA book through the window. And then when they went like 25 years into the future, it was actually a branched timeline. So they had split the timeline from that point because he was never meant to get the TVA handbook. They created their own branch timeline. I was like, what does that mean now that this is where we're going to see good and bad Kangs? Because they've created their own Kang. And I think Victor, he's going to do something to the Loom that will benefit him more than anyone else. So we're going to see this, this sweet, subtle, bumbling guy who's actually a killer. Don't forget, he's a con man at the end of the day. We saw that in the episode. So a con man goes on to the next bigger thing. How much more money can I earn? But in his situation, it's how much more power can I gain? And now he knows he's going to the end of time. Come on. This wasn't really a very Loki-based episode.
It's probably one of the flaws of the episode. They're almost making like the Loki show a dependency for knowing anything going forward.
And it was mad how this episode actually became the Kang show.
Yeah.
Like, I actually forgot about Loki all the way through this.
The other thing that did bug me is, compared to episode 1, Loki was an absolute badass in episode 1. Anytime Sylvie is on screen, Loki is simp mode. And it really rubs me up the wrong way, because all of that old school Loki goes out the window as soon as...
I agree that when she comes in, it's like, right, I'm the new Loki now. Every time she come in, it was took the spotlight off everyone else, and it was like...
And it's on her. It did again take me out of the episode, and we either get the end of Sylvie at the end of this season, or we get a hell of a lot less, or Kang defeats her. That'd be nice. Although there's probably countless other Sylvies in countless other universes and countless other timelines, which I don't want to think about.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
I hope this Loom storyline doesn't go through every single episode. Wrap that one up now. Okay. Either let it branch or let it destroy. I think that Loom will explode at the end. It'll be save as many Avengers and everyone as you can, save as many people from the timelines as you can. I think that will be a mission within the next couple of episodes to say, listen, there's nothing we can do. Save as many people as we can and get them there to the Void Planet. Get them there now, or Battle World. Get them there now, because this is going to blow.
Fuck yeah!
I wonder if they'll explain why Victor Timely is part of that plan. Is he going to now continue He Who Remains work, or has he got his own ambitions to do something worse? Or is he good? He could be good. But what does that actually mean? Does that mean that Victor Timely is good in the eyes of He Who Remains because He Who Remains knows that Victor Timely will branch all of the timelines, as opposed to being a good person that doesn't kill any of the timelines, doesn't kill any people on the timelines?
Thumbs up!
How far is this whole stuff here with Miss Minute's going to go? Is she going to be like the updated version of Ultron? Do you know, it was
that is a good show,
now I need a body and stuff like that. It makes you think, well, they're not going to wrap that up surely in the next 3 episodes, or unless Victor just rewrites Miss Minute's programs.
Ow, what the goddamn? What the hell, Carl?
Is this Kang variant like a singular Infinity Stone?
Like there's 6 or well, there was 4, wasn't there? There was
Yeah.
4, I think, in season 1 in the original temple, but obviously one of the statues was broken. But they explained that was Kang the Conqueror, the one from the Ant-Man film,
Yeah.
and it was his statue that was destroyed. So there was the 4 or 5, because I think it was He Who Remains, Ramatut, Scarlet Centurion, Immortus, and Kang the Conqueror. They were like the original. They were like the 5 prime Kangs of all the timelines.
In these little scenes with Mobius, and he keeps kind of making little statements to say, that's who you are, you're a villain. And maybe at the end of all this, Loki becomes the villain, or he starts to work for Victor Timely.
After all this, you end up saying, I'll tell you what, instead of me fighting against you, let's work together on this. Yeah,
That was the plan.
Renslayer's clearly going to want to know what Miss Marvel's got to say. Equally, we've now got some Kang variants that can help solve the temporal loom.
We need to start seeing some real danger now, and I think that's what it needs to lead towards. Even if it's not episode 4, I look forward to 5 and 6.
Yeah,
I hope it's an absolute monster of a cliffhanger that leads on to the ultimate Deadpool 3 film.
We'll be streaming our live reaction to each episode of Loki Season 2 on Jit Geek every Friday at 7 p.m. UK time. So if you enjoyed the content, feel free to drop a like and subscribe so you never miss an update or a live stream. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.